Let's be honest, life gets messy and no one gives us a manual. But that's where self-improvement begins. You ever wake up and feel like your life is one big browser with 37 open tabs? Only 3 of them are actually useful, and one is just playing music from somewhere you can't find. Yeah, I've been there too. And let me tell you something. Getting your life together doesn't mean doing a 180 overnight. It's not about becoming a productivity monk by Friday. It's about the tiny, often boring steps we take today that compound into something pretty extraordinary. So today, I'm going to walk you through 8 small wins. Little things you can start doing that'll quietly but powerfully shift your life in the right direction. These aren't big, dramatic overhauls. They're more like little hinges that swing big doors. It all starts when you stop letting your current chaos define you. You might be knee-deep in laundry, emotional stress, or half-finished projects that seem to multiply on their own. But let me say this loud and clear. Where you are is not who you are. The clutter around you, whether physical or mental, is just a moment, not your identity. The trick here? Don't try to solve your entire life in one afternoon. Just ask yourself, what can I do right now, even if it's small? That question alone rewires your focus from regret and overwhelm to action and clarity. Sometimes, the best way forward is to clean just one tiny corner. I know. This sounds too simple to be serious advice, but hear me out. That little drawer you've been ignoring since the Obama administration? Clean it. That chair you keep throwing laundry on like it's a second closet? Clear it. It's called activation energy. Doing one small physical task can break the inertia that's keeping you mentally stuck. Cleaning a corner isn't just about dust. It's about reclaiming your space and your sense of control. And hey, science backs me up on this. Tidying up even a tiny bit can boost your mood and give you a hit of accomplishment. Take the win. How you start and end your day tells your brain what kind of life you're living. Mornings matter. Even if you're not a morning person, no judgment, neither is my coffee machine until 9 a.m. How you start your day sets the tone. Instead of doom scrolling Twitter before your eyes fully open, try something lighter, like stretching, journaling, or just sipping your coffee without multitasking. Same with nighttime. Your brain loves closure. Reflect on something that went well, express some gratitude, and set one simple goal for the next day. That's not fluff. It's a form of mind control, the good kind. Your brain craves routine and closure, so give it that gift. If your goals feel too big, shrink them. Big goals are sexy. Run a marathon, start a business. Become the most emotionally evolved human in your friend group. All noble, all inspiring, and all dangerously overwhelming if you try to eat the whole elephant at once. That's when procrastination kicks in, and suddenly you're 4 YouTube rabbit holes deep into how Vikings brush their teeth, instead of doing literally anything on your to-do list. Here's a little self-development truth bomb. Goals don't have to be huge to be powerful. In fact, the smaller and more specific they are, the more likely you'll actually follow through. So instead of get fit, try. Work out for 20 minutes, twice a week. Instead of write a book, try. Write 200 words before checking Instagram. That's it. Tiny goals are easier to start, and once you start, you build momentum. And momentum is magic. It turns intentions into habits, and habits into identity. Think of success not as one big moment, but as a series of small, quiet base hits. No one's cheering when you sit down to write one paragraph, but string together enough of those moments, and guess what? You've written a chapter, maybe even a whole book. You just didn't panic yourself into paralysis by aiming too big too fast. Confidence doesn't come from motivational speeches. It comes from action. And action is easier when you shrink your goals down until they're doable even on your worst day. So, yeah, if your dreams are starting to feel more like pressure than purpose, just make them smaller. Bite-sized goals, repeated consistently, will always beat occasional bursts of heroic effort. Time management starts with guarding your attention like it's cash. Let's be real, our attention spans these days are shorter than a TikTok trend. But here's a productivity hack I live by. Set boundaries on your distractions. That means limiting social media, turning off notifications, and using timers to batch your focus. Try this. 20 minutes of focused work, then a 5-minute break. Repeat. You'd be surprised how much you can accomplish when your brain isn't switching tabs every 30 seconds. Managing your time isn't just about schedules, it's about managing your energy. And energy flows where focus goes. Accountability keeps the train moving when motivation takes a nap. Motivation is flaky. Some days it shows up. Some days it's off doing yoga on a mountain. That's why accountability is your backup engine. Whether it's a friend, coach, or just a journal, share your goals with someone or something that can reflect your progress back to you. Even a 5-minute weekly check-in call with a friend can be enough. Or jot your wins and setbacks in a notebook. Writing it down makes it real. Saying it out loud makes it stick. It's the difference between thinking and actually following through. You'll have bad days, and they don't cancel your progress. Let's get real for a second. Not every day is a glow-up. Some days you're just trying to make it to bedtime without losing your mind or your keys. And that's okay. Let's stop pretending that personal growth means feeling great all the time, or that progress moves in a straight, beautiful, Instagrammable line. Growth is messy. It's full of setbacks, relapses, doubts, and days where you wonder if you're actually moving forward at all. But here's the thing. Bad days don't erase the good ones. One off day, or even a whole off week, doesn't mean you failed. It just means you're human. Self-compassion isn't some fluffy concept reserved for yoga retreats. It's your emergency backup system for when life hits hard. On your worst day, talk to yourself the way you'd talk to someone you love. You wouldn't look at your best friend and say, "Wow, you're such a screw-up for feeling like this." No, you'd probably say, "Hey, you're allowed to have a rough day. You're still doing your best." So why not offer yourself that same grace? Emotional intelligence doesn't mean ignoring your feelings or pushing through like a robot. It means recognizing that emotions are like weather, real, sometimes intense, but temporary. They pass. You won't always feel stuck or tired or lost. Even if today's a total wash, you can still start again tomorrow, or even later today. That's the beautiful thing about self-improvement. It doesn't expire at 5 p.m. So on those rough days, the goal isn't perfection. It's survival with a little dignity. It's doing the bare minimum and being proud of yourself for not giving up entirely. Because sometimes, just getting out of bed is the win, and that still counts. Perfection is optional. Progress is the real win. You don't need a flawless morning routine with incense, affirmations, and a 5 a.m. ice bath. You don't need a minimalist apartment where your only possessions are a chair, a lamp, and your enlightened ego. And you definitely don't need a motivational playlist made entirely of Stoic quotes, narrated by Morgan Freeman. What you do need, consistency. And a little self-respect on the days when consistency feels like dragging your soul through oatmeal. Progress isn't loud. It doesn't come with theme music. Most days, it just looks like you deciding to do something small and slightly uncomfortable, instead of absolutely nothing at all. That might be cleaning that mysterious corner of the kitchen that no one dares speak of, or writing a single awkward sentence in your journal, or standing up and stretching instead of doom scrolling through someone else's picture-perfect life. Each one of those tiny acts, that's a vote. A quiet, humble ballot cast for the person you're becoming. Not the fantasy version of you, the real one. The one who stumbles, forgets appointments, and sometimes eats cereal for dinner, but who keeps showing up anyway. And here's the uncomfortable truth they don't put on Pinterest. Self-improvement is boring most days. It's brushing your teeth when no one's watching. It's returning the grocery cart even when it's raining. It's choosing broccoli over fries sometimes, not always. It's not glamorous, but boring is underrated. Because boring builds character. Boring builds habits. Boring builds you, one, quietly courageous, sometimes clumsy, almost always trying day at a time. So forget perfect. Be a little messy, a little moody, a little miracle in progress. That's the win. And hey, just by listening to this, you're already doing the thing. You're not just dreaming about growth, you're in it, right now, listening, thinking, maybe planning your next move. And that counts, that matters. You don't need to flip your life upside down by next week. Just choose to do one small thing differently today. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's momentum. So let me leave you with this. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to not give up. Join me next time on BetterMe, where self-improvement is serious, but we don't have to be.